Registrar General, senators, ministers, members of parliament, and of course, Eastern St. Andrew. It's good to be here. Definitely good to be here. I want to big up Minister Williams, our hard-working, I call her the quiet storm. The quiet storm. Works quietly and just do our thing, right? Just quietly and do our thing. And I know that Eastern will get her back to the third term, right? Yes, of course. Definitely. She came in 2016, won again in 2020, and we are going for the 2025 victory. Labor rights. I know that you will return her for the third term, not just her, but return the Prime Minister for the third term. We are looking for that to move this country forward. Because all elections have consequences. You know that, right? All elections have consequences. And we want to make sure that we win the third term and bring back Favour Williams. For the first time, we hear this a lot, you know. We hear a lot of for the first time with this government, not true. We hear it a lot. And for the first time, I think all of our ministers are working. And I hope you're following the ministers' pages, you know, to know what is happening in our government. Floyd Green is working very hard. And for the first time, we are going to be having a cold storage for farmers. And these farmers, this will help at least 1,500 farmers. You know what that means, right? When you have cold storage, you're able to put away your goods. So when we have Hurricane Beryl come and destroy things, we are looking forward to this cold storage. Just like what he did, that minister. He went ahead and for the first time, the fisheries, the farmers have a health insurance. That is what this government is doing for the people. And so in agriculture, we're doing well in agriculture. When you talk about transforming lives, that is what this government is doing. When you look at what Minister Baz is doing in transport, and I know that even in this constituency, you would have had free Wi-Fi in little communities. Those are the things that our ministers are doing. Even for West Rural St. Andrew, we now have buses going all the way to Tom's River, not just Tom's River, but going all the way to Minister Dunn's constituency in St. Mary. That is what this government is doing. We are putting buses right across Jamaica, all the way to St. Thomas in Montego Bay. We're making sure that it's not just Kingston, the metropolitan area, but also we are going to be having transportation for the people in rural Jamaica. That is what we are doing. We heard Senator talking about the good work of this government when it comes to fighting crime. And we're going to continue spreading the good word. It was only a few days ago that my minister, Chan, handed over 270-something cars and another 90 motorcycles to make sure that our police officers are mobile. Our government is working when it comes to fighting crime. We are the one who reduced the crime to 19% last year. And I remember when one man threw up his hands in the air and I said, forgot to help him. But what I do know is faith without work is dead. And we are the one that's putting in the work and them never do no work at all. It is us who are building new police stations. If you ever see some of the police stations, them how they were run down. And we were asking our police officers to go to work in those conditions. But it's this government with the crime plan. Remember when they were asking what's the crime plan? Well, we see the crime plan working now. We are taking care of our officers. We're making sure that we have better looking police stations. We are not going to throw up our hands in the air and ask, what to do. We are making sure that we put in the work. We also see our good local government minister taking care of the elderly, taking care of the poor, taking care of people who are living on the streets. For the first time, we have places in Jamaica now where if it is that you're living on the streets, that you can literally go to a space where you can have a shower or you can have a hot meal. That is what our government is doing. When you look at the PATH program, I'm sure our minister, when he comes up here, he will tell you what it is that we're doing. We are increasing the PATH program. We're also revamping the program, and we will see more work happening in that respect. We are the government that cares for the most vulnerable and for the poor. Our Prime Minister has handed over 300 social housing for the people of Jamaica. And what am I trying to do? Them I try to talk about it and to cast a bad light on it. Labor rights, you should not be listening to them and what it is that they're talking about. They talk about the Prime Minister have how much bank account? I have about 15 bank account. I mean, I have no money. Right? So do not be fooled. And you know what? We really need to dispel that foolish myth, because there are lots of people who are calling me and talking about it and asking, how come my favorite Warmy? How come? Yes. How come the Prime Minister has so many bank accounts? You know how many bank accounts me have? When they take out a loan, they open another bank account so you can pay that loan. And so do not listen to the propaganda of the PNP. They are here to destroy. That is it. They only believe in chaos. They don't believe in building up at all. Labor rights. Jamaica will allow the PNP to provide water. For us, no. This is the government that's providing water and road infrastructure for the people. The PNP was there for all of those years and did absolutely nothing for the people. Labor rights. Will Jamaica, will you allow the PNP to decide the economy and how the economy is run? Or will you allow Andrew Holness to do that and his government? I want you labor rights to look all over the world and see what is happening and know that elections have consequences. Yes. And so I'm going to ask you labor rights to go and start the work now. Don't wait until the bell ring and say election time. Walk with your member of parliament, workers, runners. When you start walking, knock on people's door, making sure that everybody is happy. Because we don't want no dissatisfied labor rights when the time comes. We don't want none of the foolishness to happen when the time comes and things that we're all right. We have to make sure that we get the people out to go out and vote when the time is right. Right now, up in our West Rural, somebody is having a meeting up there tonight. And let me tell you something. When you reach Stone Hill Square, you know, they put up the orange flag. And by the time we look, my people them say, not in a Stony Hill Square, that not happen. For every one flag, a two labor rights flag them put up, that not happen. We have to show our dominance labor rights. And I want you to make sure you show your dominance for your member of parliament and go out and vote when the time comes. Show our labor rights.